Thank you for your interest in our product, the Indy. Please follow along with the instructions found in your product box as we assemble the Indy in 4 easy steps. The first and second step is building and preparing the corner assemblies. The base and top is completed as the third step. The fourth step is addition of the sides. After these initial steps, installation and adjustments in the window is demonstrated. The product used for this demonstration video is a modified version of the initial limited production Indy. Before we begin assembly, let's identify the parts used for assembly. Your kit contains corners, elevation screws, sleeves, glides, and fixation screws. You will need a standard Phillips head screwdriver. An electric screwdriver or drill is not recommended. If you do use a power tool, use the lowest torque setting. Step 1. Screw the elevation screw all the way into the large hole at the edge of the corner piece. The elevation screws will later be adjusted to elevate the Indy frame from the window sill. This allows your decorative lights to be seen from the outside while minimizing visibility of the frame. The screws will also provide slight tension to hold the frame in the window. Repeat this process for the remaining 3 corners. Step 2. Arrange the 4 corners on your work surface with the elevation screws oriented towards the intended bottom and top of the Indy frame. Insert the corner tabs into a sleeve. The sleeve's channel should be open to and in line with the inside angle of the corner. Now insert a fixation screw into the pre-drilled hole at the end of the sleeve to complete the corner assembly. Do not over-tighten the screws. Step 3. To build the top or base of the frame, place a glide between 2 of the corner assemblies. Insert each end of the glide into a sleeve until the desired width is achieved. Be sure to allow at least 1/2 inch overlap of the glide in the sleeve at each point of insertion. Once the desired width is achieved, fixation screws should be partially inserted. Now attach vertically oriented sleeves to the 2 corners. Repeat this process to build the top of the frame. For windows 24 to 36 inches wide, the provided 4-inch long sleeve and short glide can be used on one of the corners for the top and for the base. Step 4. To build the sides of the frame, place a glide between the top and bottom assembly, then slide together until desired height is achieved. Insert the fixation screws into the remaining pre-drilled holes on the sleeves. One insertion screw should be minimally tightened so that it may be used for final adjustments of the frame when inserted in the window. An additional sleeve glide combination may be used in construction of frames for sides taller than 48 inches. Installation adjustments. Now that you've completed the assembly, it's time to place the Indy in your window. If present, pull your curtains back and raise your window blinds. Insert the Indy into the window against the window frame. Make sure that the bottom elevation screws are adjusted so the inner edge of the bottom assembly is even with the bottom of your window panes. The sides of the frame should be expanded to sufficient height such that the inner edge of the top assembly is parallel to the upper edge of your window panes. All vertical fixation screws should now be fully inserted. If needed, the width of the frame should be expanded such that the inner edge of the sides is parallel to the outer vertical edge of your window panes. Adjust the elevation screws in the top corners as needed to stabilize the Indy in your window. Now that all fixation screws are in place and tightened to retain optimal sizing of the Indy frame, you may remove the frame from the window for insertion of lights into the track. For larger windows, you may wish to leave the frame in place and insert your lights with the frame in place. You may turn the frame around to completely hide the fixation screws. When the window blinds are lowered, the frame is virtually invisible from inside the house as well as from the outside. If you wish to light your frame on a flat surface such as a table, it is easier if there is a small gap between the frame and the tabletop as shown. Starting at either bottom corner, insert LED string lights by gently wedging the base of each socket and wire into the track. A small insertion aid is provided for easy insertion of lights into the track. Continue inserting LED lights around the entire frame. Allow any excess string lights to exit the frame at the notch at your starting and ending corner. You now will have beautifully displayed holiday lights easily seen from outside your home.